Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to Trashed, our first look at a game coming soon to Steam that's kind of already out in early access for most people, but of course will be released in its full version soon. Imagine you're stranded on a desert planet, and the only way to get away is by using all the trash that's being dumped on that planet in order to build a mega factory. Well, we're already working for a corporation to do that, the Mega Dump Corporation, the MDC, which is dropping off all sorts of garbage on these planets, and of course, we'll then need to recycle or incinerate it in order to make some money. And of course, to explore other planets. Think of Factorio, if you will, except where the resources are literally brought to the planet via these giant transport ships rather than actually found on the planet. There's also defense in this game too, as creatures will try to attack your dumping operation, and they don't really like us being on that planet at all. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and start ourselves a new game. But before we do, make sure you smash that beautiful subscribe button. Only 60% of people who watch actually sub to the channel, so make sure you do. And thanks again, guys, for smashing like and hanging out. I appreciate y'all. And thanks for being the best community on YouTube. Let's jump into a new game and see what Trashed has to offer. Here we go. By the way, it looks like there's 3 different planets for us to build on. We have our desert planet here, we have our ice planet, and also a jungle planet. It looks like they've got moons around them as well. I wonder if we'll be able to go and explore the moons on the planets as well. That's kind of in their rotation. Looks like each of them kind of has at least 1 moon, some of them having 2, so that's pretty cool. Well, we'll start at Ratatouille. First, the desert planet, the other being ice and jungle. Let's see what our first day at work is like, boys. Here we go. Well, here we go. Our first day at work. At MDC, we take pride in cleaning up your mess. Oh, and here comes the mess, by the way. Oh, boy. They're going to be dropping off a ton of trash. I assume anything like metal or consumer electronic, plastic, or anything else is going to be dropped out by these ships. And we're going to have to keep it organized. Looks like we have a little vehicle there, too, where we can push things around, so that'll be helpful. Oh, this must be our boss.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah, he's right here. Yes, he's the new recruit.
Yes, please put in a good word for me, please.
Good. Well, good enough.
Well, thank you. Mediocre at best, I suppose. He knows me. He knows me.
I'm gonna train him up, and he'll be ready in a day.
Okay, good.
Oh, no. No, sir. I haven't had the time. It's been pretty rough around here. What? My replacement?
Uh-oh.
Are you serious? You fucking asshole.
Whoa.
I mean, sorry, sir. I didn't know what I was saying.
Language.
Yeah, well, fuck you too, sir. Goodbye.
Great. Well, there goes our training.
Hey, pisshead. Good luck. This job sucks ass.
I don't really have a choice, really. He's leaving. New phone, who dis? He's got his Fisher-Price phone. He, like, walked away with the receiver. What is this? Okay. Well, let's see. This is our main base, and we've got something here. What does that say? Something weapon. What does it say? Contracts go in, contracts go out. You can't explain it. Okay, so this must be where we get jobs and things like that. This must be where we buy diagrams and stuff. Mega Dump Corporation. We don't care about you. Charge stations, conveyor belts, garbage launchers, grinders, incinerators. Lots of stuff to be able to buy. I think we can come back here later when we get a little bit more cash. Solar panel, though, is only 50 bucks, so that's pretty helpful. And we can put walls to keep monsters out and keep your structures safe. Then we can shoot at them with the turrets that we saw a minute ago. Pretty sure we saw one. There it is. Okay, cool. Well, we'll come back here when we have some more cash. I like how gritty and dirty and grimy everything looks. Let's take the elevator down. Alright, we should have our objectives for our first day. Fantastic. Oh, here comes the garbage. Alright, so that thing is dumping out all the trash. Wow, literally just spreading it everywhere. Like a manure spreader on a farm. Great. These look like giant tires and probably magnetic parts and metal and other stuff everywhere. Great, what a mess. And we have ourselves a vehicle over here. What are we supposed to do? So we can build ourselves the incinerator that we saw before. And there's multiple sites too. If we press M, we can actually see the mini-map. So here's our main base, and there's more than one dump site for everything. Let's get to the truck and go drive around a little bit and see what we can find. So this will be helpful for pushing things around, like a little telehandler with a bucket on the front of it. Unfortunately, we can't like bring it up or down or whatnot. A ship will arrive at Site A shortly. Oh, good. This gives us a moment to get everything prepared. So they're going to dump off stuff here. We can expand our incinerator by building another one next to it. Perfect. So now we can take a lot more waste and then we can just get another conveyor belt or something to push into there. We might actually want to go back and grab another conveyor, so we'll let them drop off stuff here. In the meantime, let's explore a little bit. Looks like there's a guy over here with some goods or something for sale. Here comes that ship to dump off. Ooh, we have free goods here? Is this free? A garbage blower, some other thing, and can I talk to this guy? Okay, so this thing can actually push the trash around with like a blowgun, or we can pick it up individually. And it looks like we've got a laser gun too to defend ourselves against any creatures that might try to attack us. Unfortunately, I couldn't talk to that guy. I want to know more about the story, but some elements of this game, I guess, have been put on hold or moved around based on early development. In fact, the story of this game is I was going to play it all for you much earlier, but the early version of the game was released too early by Steam, and the developer had to like pull it back into development so they could actually add more stuff to it, so that way it was presentable and playable, and had some other issues building stuff before. But now it actually is quite tolerable, I'd say. All right, let's build ourselves another conveyor belt. And what about another incinerator? Looks like we've already purchased it. So what we're doing is we're purchasing diagrams, I think. Yeah. So we own the conveyor belt and the incinerator diagrams, and then we can build this out of any items. So as you can see, there's a little bit of a description as to what you can do with each of those items. Well, let's go back. And then, so what we should be able to do is unlock blueprints and then build them out of any of the trash here if we put it into recyclers. For now, I think we just need to make money based on how much waste we're processing. Then once we've unlocked more blueprints, then we can turn that money into actual, well, profit by recycling and distributing more stuff across the planet. Oh boy, by building a bigger base. Wow, by clicking stuff we're shooting. Interesting. Okay, so if we don't, what if I don't want to shoot? Press Q, okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and start putting stuff in the incinerator. Okay, that was a misclick. There we go. Oh, actually, there we go. Oh, perfect. Now I can pull stuff into the trash. Can I? Oh, I don't want to go in there. Looks like there's a solar panel that's charging a battery to work the incinerator, but stuff's getting caught in there. So let's go ahead and see if we can push it around with the telehandler. The Crush-O-Matic. I don't know what that thing is. Maybe that's filled with resources or something? Can you guys incinerate? Oh, wow, I just smashed everything. There it goes. Now it's burning it up. Looks like some of this stuff's too big. How do I... Oh, let's use our blower. See if we can push it in there or push it off the conveyor. It's a little too big. Wonder if there's a way to actually grab it. Oh, we can repair if we want to. But some of this stuff's blocking the way. Okay, let's try to roll around a little bit more. I'm going to push that out of the way. I don't know what that is, but it looks a little more valuable than the trash we've literally just received. Okay, so a little back and forth. I like the fact that we get to use a piece of machinery to move things around rather than having everything automated. It's kind of on us to like drive. A little bit of a mess, but I think it's also easy to do it via the E key, so we can actually grab stuff and put it onto the conveyor, and that makes it a little easier. Unfortunately, I don't think we can grab some of this big trash. They've just dropped it in our way. The yield is nothing for this. But I think we're receiving money by doing this. What, we're at 497, so if we drop this off, do we get like 498? Let's see if incinerating gets us anything. Oh, it kind of dropped off the edge. Well, that's why we want bigger and more incinerators, and a ship is on its way here. Oh yeah, so now we made 500. Okay, so we can unlock more blueprints with more work. We're going to need a lot of cash to do any business here. What are these things anyway? They're like bathtubs with like wood in them? Like they're little dumpsters or something. I love all the random stuff that have been made. Let's push this over here. We got to get these things out of the way. Oh, great. And here comes another trash barge. Oh, let's get to the truck before we get hammered by trash. Ooh, that was a close one. Wow, even more of a mess. Oh, looks like some things already went right into the incinerator. This is actually kind of cool, although a lot of stuff is getting caught in the incinerator. Oh, it's just slow. It takes a second for it to burn. Okay. Yeah, that's why it'd be nice to be able to lift our bucket up. We could drive over the trash and then put it in that way. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's actually taking some good items. We're actually making money here. I need to make more incinerators, though, so it's not as much as of a pain in the neck. What do we need to build more incinerators? Let's see. Go to the build menu. We want to build another incinerator. Looks like it takes some machine parts to make. Ah, okay, so we can build another one of those. Then let's do another conveyor belt. Kind of hard to place things. Like, notice how the grid is off a little bit? So it's, like, kind of confusing to build. Okay. Alright, now we got double incinerators going. Fantastic. So I assume the recyclers are more expensive, but we'll get more money for that and possibly material for reusing it. So that's kind of a cool thing. Now there's other dump sites to worry about too, so we're going to have to go and work between multiple sites. Would be a good multiplayer game though, to have 2 people working actual trash cleanup. This is nice. Okay, I wish we could burn some more trash though in this first one. Let's see if we can scoop some up. I do like this. There needs to be like a waste management game. That would be kind of cool. We have it now with Trashed. This kind of seems to be more like a meme. But it'd be interesting to see if there was a waste management game where you could, on Earth, worry about recycling and make money. I know there's a lot of money IRL in recycling concrete, where it can be broken down and reused, and you know, the rebar and such can be recycled, and basically reusing things. Very smart way to do that. Rather than having to process it again, you can actually change what something's intended to do. Okay, well, we've made a little bit of cash, so let's go ahead and come back to this site in a minute. I want to go see if we can buy some more blueprints. Let's leave this truck here. Why has it got like a little symbol above it? I don't know. I feel like we could get better equipment than that, though. That's kind of a pain in the neck. And, of course, our original site here. I don't know if this is HQ site. It looks like that was just for demonstration purposes. Although I see a pit there. Creatures will come around and attack us on occasion, just like in Factorio. I like how we have a dumpster at our... The whole planet's a dumpster. That's just symbolic. Alright, back to our base we go. Let's see if we can buy some more blueprints then. Mega Dump Corporation. We have turrets, we have power lines, recyclers. Build this structure to obtain useful materials for building other structures while cleaning up the environment. That seems like a good investment of our time. So let's buy the recycler. And we should probably also unlock the solar panel, because that stuff might require more electricity at some point. And the battery, which we can buy in a little bit. So that way we can work at night. But the windmill is probably a day and night thing. Although I don't know how windy this planet is. So it's kind of cool. We'll be able to go to other planets and unlock more tech. I don't think that's everything that we'll see in the game. There's got to be much more than that, otherwise it seems too simple. But what we could do is try to make more complicated conveyor belts that can try to grab more trash effectively. So what I could do is like put aprons on the side of these incinerators to pull them into the middle. So that way, well, actually this one doesn't seem powered, does it? Some of these actually don't seem powered, and I wonder why. Hold on, if we put something on here, will it work? Maybe it's just an animation. Oh, it's just an animation. Okay. So they're working. They're just not working. If that makes sense. Let's try to build ourselves a recycler now. We'll probably need more electricity for that. So anything we put there will be recycled instead. That's kind of cool. I like how easy it is to build things. Let's add some more conveyor belts. I don't know exactly what it's taking to build those. Are these free? It says it's taking materials to make, but it seems to be free. Oh, wow. Recycler's already working. Nice. Okay. So, yeah. So let's use our, instead of using our hands, let's use the gun. That might be a good in-between. We can, of course, pick up stuff by hand. But we can also use the large piece of equipment there. But it seems to be fine just to blow stuff into position. So that's kind of a cool solution. It's kind of like something they would do in Satisfactory. There we go. Okay, let's push this stuff towards the target. Would be nice to have working lights and other ways to organize the base. I will say this is pretty jank, but I do like the concept and the idea. And the fact that we get to control somebody in this kind of a, you know, not so much of a top-down. Kind of feels a little bit more third-person. Kind of like somewhere in between. But it feels more third-person than it does top-down. Okay, there we go. We'll have to load stuff one at a time, but we're making quite a bit of cash from it. The recycler's giving us more materials to build more things. Look at how many materials we've gotten at the bottom. So recycling gives us materials, incinerators give us money. So that's good. I can't believe all these things are getting caught in here, though. I wonder if we can buy a higher tier incinerator. Okay, unfortunately that's blocking all of our stuff, and there's no way to get that out of there. Because the solar panel and the battery are kind of blocking the way. I'd like to just clean it off. Oh boy, another one coming to Site A. Oh, we're going to be overwhelmed with trash. So we can't take any of these large green parts or blue parts, but this trash heap here can easily be cleaned up. Let's just continue to try to do some work. Cool day-night cycle. Although I could do without night in a lot of games from now on. It just serves to be like a visual thing, rather than any different purpose. Although I guess in this game it is part of the gameplay. Nighttime means less power for the solar panels, or none. And there we go, more trash. My goodness. Well, at least we're getting a lot of free money from it being put onto the incinerators automatically. And now it's daytime again. It seems to be more beneficial to get this thing to get it close to the conveyor belts and then use the gun to kind of nudge it onto the belt itself. Although more of this blue stuff is blocking it. What if there's a way for us to shoot this stuff? Let's see. Is there a way to change to our other gun? Not exactly sure how to... Oh, wow, we can hold the gun and the... Wait, what? I can hold the gun and the... Wait, what? Uh-oh. Did I blow something up? Oh, did these tanks explode? Nope. It's probably damaging our incinerators, though. Okay. So the big problem here is getting rid of this green and blue stuff. It's just blocking the... It's blocking the incinerator. I gotta get like a mop handle and jam it in there to get this out of the way. There's also Site B, too, so we could work between the two sites, but we only have one piece of equipment right now to manage both sites, so it seems to just be easiest to do this. But everything is, the vehicle's little bucket is so small, it's so difficult to move anything to where it needs to go. I wonder if I could build that bigger conveyor system, though. It might almost be automatic if we, here, a ship's coming. If we build enough conveyor belts, it actually might pick it up for us. So let's try that. Let's build like just a giant conveyor landing zone. So if we just build like this. And if we connect these conveyors, should deliver everything to the incinerators, but those bigger blue and green parts, I don't know what to do with those. We really didn't get much of a tutorial. Oh boy, can you put the gun away, sir? There's also a little bit of lag between placing each of these conveyors. The gun seems to be put away. There we go. Oh, here comes the ship. It's a cool concept. I like this. I want to be able to do more with vehicles that are not automated, but that I can manually control. So that way I can feel like I'm doing the job. But also, there is some automation to this, though. Like the conveyor belts. If something lands on there, boom, it's free money. Oh, there we go. Blues that can't be used. Oh my god, that frames. 0 FPS. Can we get an F down below? F equals 0. Oh, oh boy. Look at all the materials we're getting, though. Oh man, everything's overwhelming that thing. Well, if anything gets lodged... Okay, and actually it's incinerating, but very slowly. Okay, let's add some more conveyors. So I guess maybe the goal would be to automate each of these areas by building a conveyor belt landing pad long enough to basically bring everything to a conveyor or recycler and then reap the benefits later. Materials needed for the conveyor belt are what seems to be iron. Let's just call these iron, steel... Well, let's just call it, I don't know, ingots, platforms, tubes, rubber, wood. I don't exactly know what each of those things are. The other site's got to be absolutely littered with stuff by now, but I don't know how to get rid of this green stuff. It's blocking our way. Looks like our vacuum's not working anymore. $337, if we can get some more cash, would be nice. But essentially, the best way to make money is just to, let's see if I can push this stuff out of the way. Oh, we can just smash through it. Okay, that cleaned that out. That's going to be our best way just to clean these out, is literally ramming into the machines, unfortunately. Okay, well that clears it up for regular trash now. So we just got to keep the greens out of there. I want to make sure we got other machines, too. It'd be really awesome if we could get, like a dump truck or something to transport stuff around, or eventually build a train. Uh-oh, now our vehicle's like caught. Oh, there it goes. Okay, let's push these onto the conveyors. We're making like 400 bucks now. I'm trying to get this blue and green stuff away from the conveyors so we don't grab it with the bucket. Tedious, isn't it? But again, on the other hand, this does kind of make you appreciate all of the automation that eventually can happen once you've gotten everything ready. Okay, let's continue to push it into place. You know, actually, if these blue ones clog it up, we'll just ram into the machines again. Look at that wheel spinning. That rear wheel is just struggling. There we go. We're just covered in trash. There we go. I think actually the weight of this blue thing is stopping us from moving. Is that an actual thing? Oh, a ship will arrive at Site A shortly. Okay. I also don't know how to tell how much power we have or how much we're making. I would like to see a number. We can pick this up and move it around, it seems. Maybe. Oh, here comes the trash barge again. Large barge is in charge. And there it goes. Oof, the optimization on this is rough, I will admit. It's perfect until it has to process something, so hopefully some more updates will iron that out. But again, the concept is solid. I do like the idea of actually having to, like, manage trash, and I like the fact that we get a vehicle to do it. Although I'd like to know how to upgrade our incinerators and stuff so we can process greens and blues. And there's a lot of parts in those, too. It could be a lot of iron and steel in there. And, yeah, it looks like this area is just maybe meant for a tutorial to show you how to do stuff at the start. The game actually did have a minor tutorial at the beginning, but eventually it seems like they had to get rid of that for whatever reason. Alright, day 4. What do we have? Almost, oh yeah, $600. Good, we have new stuff we can buy. Garbage launcher shoots garbage. A grinder makes big garbage into small garbage. Oh, there we go. That's what we want. Okay, let's grab that. So that's how we make the smaller trash. So the greens and blues can be loaded into the grinder to then be shrunk down into a smaller palatable piece. Okay, there we go. This is more of a first look because I haven't been able to do much before in this game aside from just get a little further into it. There are creatures that will attack, I believe, out of those blue pits. So it seems like we got a little bit more breathing room before they come and attack us. So, if we're going to deal with these big pieces, it probably is a good idea to put them down, like a grinder down here. And incinerators give us money, and since we're trying to unlock a lot of, look at this thing. Since we're trying to unlock a lot of blueprints, it might be a good idea to push this all out of the way and eventually put them into the incinerators so we can get cash for more blueprints. Get out of the way, you guys. There we go. Okay, more trash into the incinerators. Okay, let's try to build ourselves the grinders now. So hopefully that pops out smaller pieces on the back end, maybe? Uh-oh. Okay, there it goes. Give me that bigger extendo. It's like playing a game on like a 90s PC. Like, oh, you place down an item, give me 10 seconds. My goodness. At least it's quite affordable and easy to build stuff in this game. Everything doesn't take a lot of materials because we actually have to manage several sites. So when we get to the other site, it's going to be an absolute mess. Which would be nice if there was like maybe a smaller ship that we could fly around with a magnet on the bottom to separate metal from, you know, plastic and then bring it somewhere for processing. That'd be kind of cool. There are different ways to process different types of trash. Unfortunately, some of this trash is just going to have to be left behind these machines. Nothing else we can really do with it. Okay, looks like... Oh, wow, another vehicle coming to Site A. Well, that's good. Alright, so we should be able to load this green and blue stuff into these ones here. Okay, well, we got an enemy attacking now. Let's see if we can take him on. We got to kill 3 of these guys for a contract, which I wasn't aware of, but I guess we got to do it. And he... Wait. Where'd he go? Oh, boy. Whoa. Oh, get wrecked, son. Okay. Well, that's one. Alright, I've set up some solar panels here, and we should be able to put things into the grinders now and push them forward. The lag, I just restarted the game. The lag, I hope, has been fixed. I don't know if that had anything to do... What the hell is this? Is this like a friendly cleanup bot, or what is this? Can't talk to him or anything. Okay, well, he looks friendly. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to use the machine again. I think the performance may have improved. I'm not sure. Oh, the machine is all the way back at base, too. Maybe we could put some stuff in here. Let's see if we can get this into the grinder and see if this will actually, like, push itself through the machines there. So everything goes through a grinder. Most things are now I'm going to extend the conveyor belts a little bit more, but I figured maybe I could just try to push things in there with the machine for now. Looks like this thing it doesn't want to go. Alright, so there must be something to this. I don't know what that is, but we'll leave that there for now. Let's go back to the HQ and see if we can grab some stuff. So the solar panels seem to work even at nighttime. They just produce a lot less electricity, but it doesn't seem like it's less that we can't actually have the factory working. I'll see if we can add some more conveyor belts based on whether or not we have enough solar panels and if they actually function at night. If we add more and they don't work, we'll add more solar panels and then maybe put down a battery. We should have enough cash for that. Well, let's get this thing working. I restarted the game, so it respawned it there, which is nice. I guess if it gets stuck, that's an option for anybody. Okay, there we go. Things might actually be working good now. Turning it on and off again might have actually been a thing. Let's see. Holy crap, it works. Alright, I see things getting stuck in between the conveyors, though. Okay, let's see if we can push some more stuff in there. Well, thank goodness. I don't know what that was all about, but now we're making some cash. 386. Let's go ahead and push the rest of this stuff onto those conveyors. 389. Yeah, as you can tell, we're not making much cash, but definitely is better than nothing. Nice. Okay, let's try out the building now with a quick restart. Conveyor belts are put down fast again. Okay, there must have been some sort of memory leak that was really slowing things down. Okay, so that problem's solved. So let's not worry about that anymore. Now, let's see if we can add some more conveyors so this can basically be an automated site. Anything that's dumped will go into the grinders, and if it's small, it'll pass right through. If it's too large, it'll be processed and then pushed through. So let's conveyor the heck out of this place. I think we got all the materials we need to build a full thing here. Our range is a little limited, though. We'll have to make some more incinerators on the right side. Grinder and incinerator on the right. Let's extend on the left a little bit. Okay, nice. Alright, well, this is much more capable than it was in processing trash. Let's see. What we could also do is possibly have conveyors pointing in from the outsides in order to push them into the center as well, so that way everything can be picked up that way. I love how we can build trash underneath the trash. We can put conveyors. Are we out of materials now? Oh yeah, we're out of rubber. Okay. We need more of that, and then we can make more conveyors. Let's get more of that processed up. Oh, we actually need to put that in the recycler, don't we? Okay, so we'll put some rubber over here so we can actually use it. That'll allow us to make more and more refineries and incinerators and conveyor belts and everything else. Now we got 10. Nice. Oh, wow, we get quite a bit from refineries. Or rather, the recycler that is breaking those down. Not refineries. Well, I guess it's refining it into another good material. Alright, let's keep processing that manually. Here comes the machine now. The big O dropship. Yes! Beautiful. Most things went into the incinerator, but that's where our money comes from. And it's still processing. Beautiful. So I guess the quest now is to just improve the effectiveness of the drop site, and then if it needs more power, just provide more of it. I do like how things pretty much lock to the conveyor belt and really can't be bumped off once they're taken onto the belt. So like that tire there you can see is flying all over, but it's just doing what it needs to do. And it's kicked right through to the other side. Cool, let's add some more conveyors. Alright, so now we've made everything much nicer. So this is all we really need to do for a starter, but I think we'll have to deal with more complicated trash in the future. Oh, you can see now it's starting to take a little bit more time as we add another each conveyor. Okay. Looks like we're out of rubber again. I like this game in the daytime. I want to be able to see more. Now, there's also contracts, too. When we pause the game, we can actually go to the journal and we can see other things that we need to do. Like, for example, MDC contract robot, which is telling us that we need to destroy 3 sand crabs. We've already killed 1, but it says status incomplete, 1 out of 1. So it's kind of weird. Like, if it's 1 out of 1, don't we need to kill 3? Is there a sandstorm now on the planet? Alright. So other things are like turrets and walls, but the sand crabs haven't attacked enough to really be like a threat at all. We'll get some more of these rubber tires there so we can get things recycled. Maybe we'll put another recycler on the other end. So that way most things are converted to money, but the materials are important too. Alright, let's build another recycler on the end. So we'll put down our grinder first to break down those materials. Oh yeah, it seems like every time we add something it's a little more slower. The grid is off a little bit too. Okay, let's add some more conveyor belts. Yep. Yeah, this must be a memory leak. Now it's just taking extra time. Every time we put it down, it's like 0.1 extra seconds longer. Alright, a ship will arrive at Site A shortly. Okay. I'm going to keep the truck out of the way. Let's see how this goes. I'll manually pick this up so we can get some more rubber going. And hopefully everything else that's dropped down now can go pretty much onto the conveyors and into the machines. Alright, let's see how this works. Camera zooms out nicely for when this arrives. Oh, it's pretty good. There's a few things that escape off to the sides, but for the most part we got it. Holy crap. That's going to bring us at least $1,000 right there. So long as it all processes. Oh, I guess not. Well, it's getting close. 801, 805, I'll take that. Then all we got to do is extend the conveyor belt all the way to the bottom of the map, and then we keep this machine nearby to just kind of clean up any of these big chunks here. And then it should be able to recycle those. Let's see if we can go for $1,000. We're getting pretty close. Take these big boys and put them onto the conveyors. There goes one. Get some of these other parts onto the conveyors. There we go. The conveyors actually seem to be like magnetic or something. At least stuff locks to it, so that's helpful. Okay, we can get a lot of this stuff here onto the recycler and get more materials then. It's not a bad deal either. Well, let's come back around and see if we can push the rest of this stuff. What if we can tip over the tree? Oh, yes. Okay, so we can make a processing site over there if we wanted to. But it just seems to be easier to process this stuff on site. Oof. So a lot of problems with this game on the back end, but again, the idea is solid, and I like this, and I like it enough to where I want to see more added to it. I think this is a great concept. It would be interesting to see something like this in a game Satisfactory style, where instead of, again, getting resources from the surface of a planet, it's more about processing things on a planet like this. Really cool. Ah, I see now. That symbol was our truck, too, and the mini radar as well. All right, well, we got $1,000. Let's head back to base. I think for now we're pretty good with what we were able to process. So this area can be automated by making a giant farm of conveyor belts, putting a grinder at the bottom of each thing, and then putting maybe like every other incinerator, every other refinery, so that way you can have a ton of materials to build stuff in the future. So by this time, I think money, we want a lot more money faster, but we should be able to unlock a lot of the things, like the turret, for example. Let's go back to MDC, though. I think the last thing we'll do is buy a turret, because we're basically a walking turret ourselves. But now we can buy power lines. Walls are somewhat expensive. We can also buy a windmill, which is okay. I think we'll buy the battery, because everything else we should be able to get functioning. Let's see how the garbage chute works. The only other thing is the windmill, which works day and night. But power doesn't really seem to be an issue. So as far as I can tell, it seems like we can just make a giant like I've mentioned, a giant wall or floor of conveyors, and then just put a grinder, a recycler, and incinerator at the end, and then that's all you got to do. And then for now, this is pretty automated. The ship will come in, some things will fly off. We can, again, build more stuff where it needs to go. But there you go, all the money. And now we're back up to like almost $800 probably by the end of this or more. And then we can manually put stuff on here if we need to. Seems to just be easier to use our little vacuum, but I can't have it pull out anymore. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, drop those off. Okay, what else can we build now? What does the garbage chute do? Oh, things load into the back end. Oh, okay, so you can just shoot it across the map. So you can have the conveyor belt loaded in from the back and it'll just shoot it into the middle. So what we could do is, as an alternative design, we could have conveyor belts all pointing at the edges of the map. We can have conveyor belts pointing inwards, so we could put a garbage chute here, so that way it'll just fly all into the middle, and then those will be little areas to catch. So conveyor belts can be pointing towards the right side here, and on the left side over here, and then shoot everything into the middle and go right into the conveyors. Well, that's it. That solves the problem. That's a good tier 1. But where do we go from here? What else lies in store? I think a lot of the issues that we've seen can then just be fixed up, I suppose, by further developer investment in the back end. But as you can see, each time we place a conveyor, it's a little long. But that's what you get with early access. That's my feedback, though. And I also would like to give this one a try again in the future because, again, I love the concept and I like the whole fact that we can make like an automated dump site. And it seems pretty cool. Lots of little things. It's going to be messy, as a landfill would be, right? Hard to make an organized landfill. That's kind of the point. But our giant incinerary and recycling site is complete for now. And I think our first look is complete as well. You guys are awesome. Please do leave a like, by the way, so more people can find this, so they can find out about the game and keep an eye on it for future developments. Again, my experience is just one, but there are many, so make sure you check out more videos on this game. I'll see you all very soon. Thanks again for dropping in, and have a great day, everybody. We'll see you soon. I'm taking a break. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.